If task 2 of the writing module makes you stare at the screen for straight 10 minutes just to start writing the first line, you're not alone. But trust me when I say, students, I've got you covered. Yes, because in this particular video, I am going to be covering a few opening phrases for these particular essay types that can help you start strong every single time. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. So students, the first essay type for which we are going to be looking at the opening phrases is going to be your opinions essay. Now, what kind of an essay is this? So as the name itself suggests, opinion essays are questions whereby they will be asking you about a certain topic and then they will ask you to write your opinion about it. Now, this particular question type is going to have stems which usually feature words like disagreement and agreement so that you can pick a side and then talk about that particular side. So do you agree or do you disagree? You have to pick a side and then you have to give your reasoned opinion about why are you on that particular side. Now, let's look at a few opening phrases for such questions and see how we can put them to use in a context, right? So let's look at the first one. This growing debate about weather. So you can start off like this and then you can talk about the topic and then you can jump to giving your own opinion of that particular topic. The second one is, while some people think that, I firmly believe that. So here it's a very good thing if you are trying to build on some contrast. So you are saying that X group of people believes in this thing, but I tend not to, or vice versa. So you can utilize this one also. Then let's look at the third one, which says, in recent years, the question of whether has become increasingly controversial. So let's say the question of XYZ thing being good or bad has become controversial. Now, afterwards, you can just say what is your opinion. Are you seeing this as a good development or are you seeing this as a negative one? So that is going to be your opinion. So this is how you can put all of these to use. Now, what I have done here for you is that I have given you a question and then I have given you a few opening sample paragraphs. So please take a moment, pause this video and just go through all of these so that you can understand how to put all of these opening phrases to use when you are writing a written discourse. The next type of essay that we are going to be discussing today is the discussion essay. So for such questions, there's going to be a topic and then they will ask you to talk about both the sides about that topic. So it's more or less like a debate where you yourself are the for person and then you yourself are the against person also. But then they can also ask you to give your opinion. So in that case, what do? So in that particular moment, you will talk about both the sides of that particular argument and then you will sort of tell which one do you favor and so on and so forth. So that is about this particular question type. Now, how can we use a few opening phrases for such essays? Let's see that. So the first opening that I have here for you is this one. While it is commonly believed that, others argue that. So you can talk about one part here, the other here, and then you can say, in this essay, I will shed light on both and then I will give my opinion on the issue as well. So this is a classic opening for such kinds of essays. Let's look at the next one. There is an ongoing debate. Then you can talk about the topic of the debate and then you can say in the last line of that particular paragraph that this essay will discuss both perspectives and provide a reasoned opinion. The third one is, although both sides have their merits, I tend to agree with whatever is your favored one. Okay, so these are a few opening phrases that you can utilize for such questions, and there's a question that I have here for you and the corresponding answers. So again, please feel free to pause this video and look at them as they have the contextually written opening paragraphs. So students, the last essay type that we are going to be covering today is going to be problems and solutions. Well, such question types are going to be giving you a topic and then they will ask you to talk about a few problems associated with that topic, and then they will also ask you to give some corresponding possible solutions. So let's say what kind of openings can work best here. So the first one is, one of the most pressing issues facing society today is So you can talk about the problems and then you can also mention the solutions, saying that the possible solutions could be, and then you talk about the proposed solutions you are giving. The second one is, in today's world, the general topic. So you will have to insert the topic that they have given to you in the question, and then you can say, but this often leads to several challenges. So you will then talk about the problems, and then you can say, this essay will discuss the main problems associated with this issue and suggest possible solutions. The third one is, there's no doubt that, so you will then insert the problems, and then has become a serious problem in today's world. So you will talk about the topic and you will talk about the problems afterwards, and then you can conclude this particular first paragraph by saying that here are some possible solutions. So these are a few phrases that I have for you for this particular question type or the essay type, problems and solutions. So now again, you know the drill. Take a pause, look at the question I have given you, and then see the first paragraphs in written discourse. So that's all for today, students. I hope you found this video helpful. If yes, please like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next part whereby I will be covering the opening phrases for the remaining essay types. Thank you.